as the middle corridor is getting more important, more attractive, more competitive, and we can say that this corridor is moving to be an alternative route to the traditional transit routes. This middle corridor is not a new concept. We have been talking about for decades, but only during the past 4 or 5 years, we are really talking about it very seriously, and it became the heart, the center of the global trade discussions. The cargo is now flowing through Central Asia and the Caspian region very fastly. In 2024, more than 4.4 million tons of cargo were transported through the middle corridor. Each country located on the middle corridor is significantly improving its infrastructure and policies. Azerbaijan is expanding the Baku port. Kazakhstan is improving its rail links and logistic hubs. Georgia is modernizing its main railway. Uzbekistan is doing very well, as today just informed us. Really, Uzbekistan achieved a really success. Tashkent, Samarkand rail route, I think that is one of the best in the world. I'm sorry, once I traveled from New York to Washington by train, and from Tashkent, Samarkand, I would say that the Uzbekistan line was better. So I'm very happy because I'm from this region. That's why it is really a good thing for us to be optimistic. But all countries are moving individually now. Every country has its own system. I think that it will be very difficult to achieve great results without combining resources, without making this system a collective system, without making this corridor coordinated corridor, in my opinion. Every country is doing well, but to be more competitive, it should be coordinated efforts. With better alignment, the corridor can serve as a stable and competitive route for cross-border trade. There are challenges, of course, but those challenges can be solved. First problem, I would say, ferry services are very weak in the Caspian Sea. You know, this region is divided to sub-regions, Central Asia and Caucasus, and after Caucasus, Europe, after Central Asia, China. So Caspian Sea is dividing this region. So ferry service can play a very important role. So improving the ferry services can be made more, it should be made more regular. It can solve many problems. Secondly, modern equipment can improve the container handling. Modern equipment is very important for container handling. Number 3, border clearance time can be reduced. It is possible to be reduced, including through joint efforts and more coordinated actions between these countries. Number 4, at rail hubs, customs costs can be lowered. It is also important. Within the framework of the Organization of Turkic States, we have such an organization in this region, in this part of the world. There are active work towards the settlement of this problem. And finally, a unified operator is needed. This is also very important. Shared digital platforms are needed, and harmonized procedures are needed. So without those coordinated actions, it's very difficult to achieve results. According to some estimates, the amount of freight on the middle corridor could become 3 times higher by 2030, and goods could move in less than 20 days. So, in 4 or 5 years from now, if right reforms are made. This is very promising figures, but only with coordinated and targeted investment, all these improvements are realistic and achievable. So this is what is the topic of our discussions. And targeted investment and coordinated investment are needed to make this corridor more effective. According to some studies, for example, studies made by European Commission, it will take 18.5 billion of investments to move 130,000 containers through the corridor in 13 days by the year 2040. So 18.5 billion to move 130,000 containers through the corridor in 13 days in 2040. This is also good, the big figures. And according to studies made by Asian Development Bank, Central Asian countries need 33 billion US dollars each year for infrastructure until 2030. So again, this corridor needs vast investment. So, in other words, this corridor will only work if the way it is funded is based on the joint responsibility. We all know that the public money is not enough. Our governments don't have this amount of money, for sure. To build the corridor, our region needs international financial institutions, the active participation of international financial institutions. In our communications with the head and the representatives of international financial institutions, starting from the World Bank, we always talk about that, and they know, they understand, they express their readiness to work in this direction together with our governments. So the role of international institutions is crucial. Of course, in private sector, but private sector will not come if there is no initiative by the government. Also, without the initiative of our governments and responsible commitments, there is also no active participation of international financial institutions. So governments, financial institutions, and private sector must work together. The middle corridor can be improved to bring finance, to attract investments. Of course, our country should do a lot. Middle corridor can be improved step by step, starting with digital tools, scaling into infrastructure and building governance. Soft infrastructure measures, such as digital reforms, can bring fast results. They help small business improve transparency and reduce uncertainty. Kazakhstan's TIF customs pilot shows how border delays can be reduced from hours to minutes. So tools like e-permit, e-tour, and CMR help in making transport cheaper and faster, and these systems are already showing results.
Priority for the Turkic Investment Fund.
Thank you very much. Turkic Investment Fund is a newly established financial institution. It was established by Turkic-speaking nations, formally 2022, and after completing all the procedures of the establishment, now we are going to commence our operational activities starting from August. We are still new, the first joint financial institution of Turkic states. Many people ask us, why fund? Why not a bank? Because it is going to act as a development bank, of course. But at the same time, why it is fund? Because we have, let's say, multiple functions. As a development bank, we are going to finance projects in our countries, mostly joint projects, with the participation of one or two or three more countries and companies from our member states, because the main target is economic integration, economic synergy, and bringing together the potential of our private sector to implement joint projects that can serve our country's integration. This is the main goal. Of course, in this capacity, Turkic Investment Fund will be acting as a development fund and will finance all kinds of projects. Our mandate allows us to join both public and private projects. This gives us the flexibility to support different types of investments, from trade and logistics to digital systems and infrastructure. As a fund, we will serve our governments in their efforts to integrate in our Turkic region. So we will support government efforts. We will attract investments from foreign companies by encouraging them. We will participate in financing projects that may be interested for our foreign partners. We will actively attract resources from international financial institutions like World Bank, starting from World Bank. We are in close communications now with all regional international financial institutions. They are also provide them all support for them to be more confident. So, as a fund, we're also organizing business forums, participating in this kind of public discussions. The Turkic Investment Fund is multi-dimensional financial institution, but the main function is, the main dimension is, of course, finance. But both for the fund, as a bank and as a fund, logistics is our priority, because no integration without connectivity, no integration, no connectivity without transportation. So transport is a core issue for our activity. Logistics, transportation and connectivity is our top priority for both as the bank and as the fund. That's why we are here, I think, rightly. So we will be actively participating in all projects with the participation of our countries or our private sector, with participation of international financial institutions. We can be an operator. We can join the ongoing projects. We can participate with our government to establish and design new projects. So we are designed as our governments to our government's extension in this area. So logistics are ours. This is what we are going to focus on. Thank you.
Mr. Mordu, I had lots of questions for you written here, but you answered most of them in the first round. I can just ask the middle